Hi, I'm Faith.
And I'm Neysa. And this is
Go Ladies, a podcast about navigating life, love,
and so much more
from a 40-plus perspective.
How does it feel to be you? Hola, ¿cómo estás?
I see you too.
Bien.
Look at you. Come on now.
Hello, everyone. I am Faith, and this is
Neysa. Hello.
Welcome to Go Ladies podcast.
I have to laugh because the minute we hit record, I say this every week. You go from 0 to 100 real quick. And I'd be like, all right, here we go. Strap me in.
Right, we got to tap in. That's why.
You're like 4D. You know, you go to 4D, the movies, you be like, okay, here we go.
And then I'll power down when we're done. I'm like,
you do.
And take a good nap. What you drinking on?
Some wine.
Yeah, okay.
Some wine. I didn't do brown today. I normally do brown, but I did wine today.
And you're a tequila person.
I am.
Yeah.
I like browns. I like tequila, I like rum, I like bourbon. I like the browns.
You had to close your eyes. You were feeling it.
I mean, you know. I don't know why. I think that they're all sultry. And I drink them most of the time neat. You know that's about me.
Yes.
And which is funny because people look at you weird when you order something neat. And I'm like,
they do?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I guess they don't expect me or women or I don't know what to order, drinks neat, but
I love that you said it's sultry. What the hell? I've never heard somebody describe it as salt. Browns are sultry.
You don't think that they're sultry?
Girl, I don't drink browns, so.
I mean, a good brown, like a heavy glass, something sultry about it.
There's somebody to drink with? Okay, wait.
I mean,
I'm a red wine girl.
Cabernet. You are a wine girl.
Cabernet me because I can't drink anything else. My body rejects it.
What happened to you, friend?
Well, I can't do tequila. We've had this. I used to be able to do like, okay, I'm good. Nah, tequila. My body is like, nah, bitch. No.
I do drink less now. So like the amount that I would drink before, I do drink less now. But I don't know. I'm talking about how, birthdays change and physicalities change and all that.
Listen.
I'm in a perpetual state of dehydration. So I am very cognizant about drinking now and like, okay, that's enough. Let's chase with some water and some Gatorade and, all those good things because I ain't trying to have the, wrinkled skin and be all drawn up. I ain't trying to do that.
Well, let me tell you about drinking. So this weekend is Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
For a lot of people, it was an extended weekend.
Yes, Lord.
Obviously, shout out, to the service members, those who lost their lives. That's what this holiday is for. People always have to post Memorial Day versus Veterans Day. So this is the Memorial Day is for recognizing those who lost their lives in the line of duty, active duty. Right. So, but for Black folk, though, it's time to barbecue. Let's just be.
It's a kick off of the summer.
Is the start? Well, unofficial start of summer.
They might as well make it official, but it's summer.
Okay. But it's summertime, especially if you live in the South, and you barbecue, cookout, whatever. So, speaking of alcohol, I went to a winery, and I've not been drinking a lot lately. I just haven't. So it hit me fast.
Would you get a flight?
No, I didn't do a flight. I ended up, they have frosé. So they had the regular, like the actual frosé, and then the frozen peach wine.
Say where you were, because we're in Tennessee, we're in Nashville. Go ahead and say where you were. Okay, so
Arrington Vineyard is what? Maybe 20 from where I am, it's like 25 miles, and I plugged it in. But from you, it's like a little less.
20. It's like 20.
Yeah. So Arrington Vineyards, if you're ever in the area, it's a great Great place to go. Went on a Sunday. They had live jazz music. There's picnic tables, or you can bring your own chair, blanket set up and listen to the music. You can do flights of wine. You can buy bottles. You can pop bottles.
I'm a member.
A car carrying member.
I am.
It's just a move. It's a vibe. That's what it is. So went with a girlfriend, and I had the peach frozen wine. And I had food and everything, but before I knew it, she had gone to get food, and I texted her while she was in line, and I was like, I think I'm tipsy. I wasn't ready. I was like, oh, I think it's hitting me. Now keep in mind, it is also hot out. We weren't under. We could, because all the shaded areas were taken. It was packed.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I brought my own water back to, just your point of dehydration and whatnot. But it was a really good time. I hadn't been in a very long time, and they have really good wine. So
they do. So I went with a friend for the first time a couple years ago, and there are two sides to Arrington.
Mm-hmm.
There's the jazz side,
mm-hmm.
then there's the bar, which is the bluegrass side.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know how my black tail ended up the bluegrass side, but I was on the bluegrass side. And so I'd never been there before, so I didn't know there was a jazz side. So I'm over here and I'm like, this kind of sucks.
Oh.
But the liquor was good, right? Liquor was good. So, and I had good company. So I had pleasant conversation with good company. And so next time I come back, I'm like, oh, this one is like before, because it's a much larger side.
Yeah.
And it's, jazz and, different kind of music over there. And, two different stands that you can get alcohol from. Yeah. And so it was great. And I like the fact that it's, it can be kid friendly because open area kids can play. Yeah. But I went with my mother. And so my mother, my brother, and all of us were down there. And I'm like, okay, the plan with being a card member or not, am I going to join the club, whatever. Then I'm like, I might as well join. I'm hearing Charlie too often. I like it too much. I might as well join.
Yeah.
So I joined, not realizing that when you join, they give you 2 flights right then and there.
Hey. So
I'm walking back like 3 flights and a bottle of wine. And my mom pulled me to the side, like, do you have a problem we need to talk about? Like, no. But they give you free stuff. I can leave free stuff,
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
She did pull me to the side. Do we need to talk? No.
That's hilarious. So, yeah, it's wine o'clock.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. It is. The weather was really good.
I've heard from real wine connoisseurs that are kind of snooty and like, well, their wine isn't the best. I like this sweet flight for me. I'm happy.
I know.
I'm good.
I know.
Maybe I'm not a real wine connoisseur, but I think it's tasty.
It's all about your personal preference. Not everybody is a sommelier.
The dry stuff.
I know. That's, for me, Cabernet is where I draw the line. I can't do super dry, but Cabernet is very much gets me a nice. I'm not crazy. I don't get sick.
That's important. That's important.
Is the alcohol is not my friend.
I don't play no sports. I keep Gatorade at the house.
Listen,
just in case.
Yeah, exactly. So I have wine, but we both have very robust weekends. So
I did. What did I do? I went to a barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a wedding.
Okay.
What?
Congrats to the couple.
Oh, I knew what you said. I was like, what'd you say?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Show your nails.
Oh, I got fancy nails.
She did.
For those who are listening, each nail is a different color. And so I am the most nerdy nail person ever. I get the same shape and the same 1 or 2 colors every time. Like it's always a nude. Are you making faces?
Well, I just said every time. I'm agreeing. Go ahead.
Oh, so yes, every time. I have the same nude nails and Cajun shrimp on my toes.
Cajun shrimp.
But for Memorial Day, for this holiday, this weekend, I felt like doing something a little bit more adventurous. And I got a different shade of nude on every finger. And I have a little pink on the toe, not Cajun shrimp.
Okay.
You can tell me I'm not out here. I feel like I'm just super adventurous. I'm like, I'm out here.
And on the edge.
I am.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. You know, I do what I do.
You're so cute. I went to the Boom Bap for the first time.
You did.
I'd never been. Now, keep in mind, y'all, Boom Bap is.
I'm making faces because I wanted to go, and I was like, "Oh, it's too late. I ain't gonna try to slide in." Then I look at the Instagram and see that this heifer's here, and I'm like,
I didn't know you. They was still.
"You ever think about me?" That's what I told y'all. Faith been outside since she turned 40. She ain't coming yet, but then she be outside and don't be inviting me. Ain't that shady?
All the way true. No, it's not.
I didn't know she was at Arrington until she's leaving the Arrington. And I'm like, you could have picked up my wine for me because I have my monthly wine subscription and it's there. But I didn't know you were there. Then she had the Boom Bap. I wanted to shake a little ass. I got a little ass to shake. And no, didn't get an invite. I don't think she likes me, y'all. That's okay.
What is this gaslighting? Okay.
The truth.
Second, this neck rolling.
It's the truth.
Well, okay, so what is this? June is coming up. We can go to the June Boom Bap.
When is it?
I don't know. See, exactly. Your June is booked. So
My June is only booked to the 20th.
Okay, well, I will find out when it is.
All right.
However, it's my first time going. It's been around for 14 years and I've never been, right? I was like, I've never been. So it's like, I don't want to call it a dance party. It really is for hip hop heads. I'm just going to say it. Like, I was in heaven because they were playing so much New York hip hop. They played a lot of Nas. Hey, boo. And they played some West Coast too, but it was very like, it was multiple DJs. The headlining DJ was Just Blaze, who's produced a bunch of hits for Jay-Z, among other artists. So he was a headlining DJ. So you have like the 2 or 3 DJs, and then there was a local act who came on. His name is Tim Gent. I do want to shout him out. He's a rapper. He's from Clarksville. He opened up for Nas. Hey, boo. When Nas was here. But I like him. He's a nice vibe. So I'm interested to see where his career goes.
Okay.
And then after him, there was the DJ that like he started to play kind of the Southern hip hop ass shaking. Exactly. Right. And then Just Blaze came out. So where it was is at Brooklyn Bowl. I had never been there either. Have you been?
Fairly new. It's fairly new. Okay. I had PJ tickets before COVID hit.
Yes.
And then PJ didn't come.
Yeah. Well, it's a nice space. The only thing, obviously being of a certain age, 40 and plus, we like seats. So I'll admit I didn't try to go upstairs. Upstairs had seats. I don't know if that was a VIP area, but I did not try to go up there and find out. But downstairs, it's just open. No seats anywhere, no place to sit down. So yeah, you're standing for a long period of time because you don't know when to get there. Again, being older, you're like, it started at 9. Like, 9's already late for me, but I'm gonna be here. Right. But then get started till later, right? So now I know, lessons learned. But it was a very good time.
Good.
I sweated through my clothes.
You was dancing all night.
I was dancing, and it was so good. And I made some friends. Of
course you did.
Not real friends, but just like hip hop friends.
Yeah.
And we was like, yeah, I'll be rapping. I got bars.
You do.
Yeah. But anyways, okay, I digress. But that was, it was a good weekend.
So let's stay on the music for a second.
Hit it.
Because talk about Boom Bap and how it was, fairly East Coast.
Yes.
Did you watch the Verzuz last week?
Did I? I sure did. Okay, wait, where do you want to start? Because UGK and 8Ball and MJG.
Come on now, Underground Kings.
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
Pivotal legends in hip hop culture, period. They just
I was trying to work. I had a late night working, and I'm trying to work. No. And I'm playing it.
No.
And I can't work.
You can't work.
Every 5 seconds I'm yelling, this my song.
You gotta get up and shake ass or sell drugs. That's
Yes.
the 2 options.
I almost fell out when Pimp Hard.
Oh,
Pimp Harder.
Lord.
Let me just lay on down right here.
Oh my gosh.
I felt it in my spirits.
Okay, that's fair. That is fair.
Now, the crowd.
Okay, let's talk about it, please.
I will say this. I think the crowd was appropriate age-wise because it looked like the crowd was old, like
Okay.
us. However,
Okay. Yes.
however,
Mm-hmm.
Houston and Memphis, and you had this in Atlanta.
Right.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
You have it, if you're looking for neutral ground, you have it in Nashville. You know?
I saw that online. A lot of people said that. Yeah.
And I'm like, and then people, my friends who were in Atlanta, they were like, they didn't even advertise that we could really go. Like, we didn't know that we could just, you know, because for those who don't know, I attended Tennessee State University, the historic HBCU in Nashville, Tennessee. See how my voice changed when I talk about it? Now, TSU is full of people from the 901, Memphis.
M-Town.
8-Ball
Wow.
MJG, Memphis Legends. You don't go to TSU and not know 8-Ball, the MJG. So a lot of TSU people now live in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Should you have said TSU stand up, 8-Ball MJG, they'd have been there.
Boom.
Folks, I know to draw down.
Exactly.
We in there.
Hello.
We had 8-Ball MJG at homecoming, remember?
Yes.
So like they were at homecoming at the happy hour. We do it big. So we ready. We stay ready.
Yes, absolutely.
And the crowd wasn't ready.
They weren't. Okay, it's good to know because there's always a backstory. So like you said, it wasn't promoted. It wasn't because it was horrible. The crowd was just horrible because you look at, you know, some of the other ones that have had an audience. You look at Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3-6. That was in LA. But you still had a great audience. And even what's another? Oh, when they went to New York for Dipset and the Locks.
Yeah.
But this was for me so bad because they barely panned the crowd. The camera did not even turn to the crowd. That's for me how you didn't hear people, and then they weren't showing them either. So I'm like, this is.
There was
awesome.
one live chick in the audience though, because they kept shouting her out. That was like, "You in here?" She in there.
She had 27 piece. I saw.
Yeah, she did. But she was in there.
She was. She was the only one. So for me, I felt like for them, the caliber of artists they are, I felt bad. I know they're good, but it's like it would have been nice to really, because they feed off of that too. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
They could have had it at Gentry Center here at TSU. They could have had it at Slim and Huskies in Atlanta. You know, they could have had it, and we'd have been there.
Yeah, but people have to know that they can go, like you said. And I guess people didn't know that they could go, but no, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was very much.
You were at the happy hour.
I was late, but I was.
You was late. Oh yes, you missed their actual performance.
Neysa cussed me out. Yeah.
I did. I forgot about that. Because
I
saw you, I was smiling. Smiling big. I had a couple drinks. I was smiling real big.
Yeah.
But I wasn't driving though. See, look.
Right.
But
yeah, I missed them.
If you could have been there, like they came out on stage.
Yeah.
And the crowd instantly reverted to 19 and 20.
Oh.
Like we was in there. And people on stage excited. And they didn't have that same love in Atlanta.
No, they didn't.
And then you play International Players Anthem. Big Boy came out.
Right.
We all know we want to hear 3 Stacks.
Okay. And I addressed you on the Facebook.
I know.
Don't be shaking your hair because you got hair.
Because it is. Look at his bundles though. His bundles are killing it today. I said, come on, freshly washed bundle.
That's it. Andre 3000, as we have all come to learn, is very much kind of a recluse. I'm pretty sure that he was invited or someone got word to him. He probably just didn't want to do it.
I understand that.
And
As a family,
no,
I'm disappointed.
Your feelings are valid. That's what the people say.
Yes.
I respect.
Keep your heart 3 stacks.
And he was keeping his heart at home. He said, "I'm good. Y'all got it."
You know, as soon as it went off, I'd play the song.
Oh my God.
And my daughter's like, really, Mom? And I'm like, we're going to sing the whole song from beginning to the end. Let's go.
Well, I thought it was good too. I thought it was good. Just the songs bring back nostalgia. So, yeah, I was a stripper and a drug dealer all in one night. It was great.
Exactly. Exactly. Like,
I'm fighting the air. I'm like, yes. Let's go. But
yeah.
I almost forgot about that. Thank you, Nate. Good catch.
It was great. It was great.
I want to. Can we talk about your injury?
I knew you were going to bring it up. Can we talk about your injury? Yes. So
Him.
I jacked up my ankle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I jacked up my ankle. I really totally transparent. I have no idea how I jacked up my ankle.
Okay.
But it hurts when I walk. But I'm too vain to not wear heels. So it's wrapped up in this ace bandage. And I still wore heels to the wedding. And then after the wedding, I was like, it hurt real bad. So
yes.
I put on sandals after that, trying to, I had on a cute dress. It was strapless, it was hot pink, it was cute. A little ruffle. The girls were sitting. I was like, come on. So it can't be a flat shoe the whole time. I had to have a heel, because the dress demands a heel. So I did all that. Yes. Then, of course, they played Set It Off.
Oh my God.
So I had to set it off with my line sisters.
In the heels?
No, it was in the flat.
Yeah, flats then. Okay. But still.
But it was still swollen on Monday. I was like,
if you don't.
So I think I sprung it a little bit. People are like, go to the doctor. My thing is, why? And then doctor gonna say it's sprung, wrap it up, put ice on it, raise it up.
I'm sprung.
So yeah. But my official story, I'm telling everybody now, because everybody, sees the ace bandage.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't stick the dismount.
Goodbye, Neysa. We're gonna move on. You're done.
Your time. Shrugs, hands in the air.
Your time. Go ahead and clock.
That's the question.
Go ahead and clock it.
That's my official story. I didn't stick the dismount.
Well, I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
Thank you, Simone Biles. Dominique Dawes.
Okay. I remember Carrie Scruggs, that little broke ankle. She did the flip and landed on one leg. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that's a good story. Mm-hmm. Also I bring that up because you were a part of our video reel that I did. Yes. So be sure to check it out. You see Neysa's cute little foot.
It was elevated.
It was elevated.
Yes.
So in other viral news. See what I did there?
I was like, what? You own it today, ain't you?
Right. I know. Because I'm not so tired. You know what it is? I actually work from home, so that helps.
Girl.
Usually I'm tired. I got the brain fog. So you sent this one to me. I saw it, but I'll let you send it up.
Okay. You might have seen that there's a viral video going around right now of a young Black man. And he's basically talking about the fact that the African-American community shames kids who are born in the suburbs, and they're like the suburbs, and treats them like outcasts. And he was like, we should not equate being Black with being impoverished. You don't always have to get out the mud. We should always strive to make sure that our children don't have to get out the mud, right? We're supposed to raise the bar, and my ceiling should be my child's floor. Mm-hmm. But in all that saying, he was like, I got a job that you can't get. I got a car that's more than your rent, which totally derailed his argument. Like, how do you talk about don't make fun of somebody's what they have or what they don't have, but then do this whole comparison shaming thing going on. I told someone, I was actually seeing someone and, we were talking about our backgrounds and all those things. And his was different than mine.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, yeah, it's been, difficult, and, shared his story. And I'm like, he was like, what about you? I'm like, I'm a pretty princess.
Right. Yeah.
He was like, what? I'm like, I'm a pretty princess. Like, I did Catholic school for 8 years and went to the advanced program high school and then went to TSU, and the honors program. I'm a pretty princess. Like, I can't say I got it out the mud. I'm not saying we were rich, like, because we weren't, And I remember my mom talking to me about, the cost of something versus something else. And so I of course, have all those memories, but I didn't have to want for a meal. I never had to worry about a place to lay my head, which is a blessing that not everybody has, And I see that very much so as a blessing, especially as an adult trying to raise some children and not be broke. It's a blessing, But I agree with his sentiments that you don't always have to get out the mud. My daughter didn't get out the mud. They getting it out the porch, out the Macy's.
From Amazon.
Out the mud.
Right. Yes. Yep. No, I get it. I think I agree with you in the sense of it was his delivery. And that's a lot of times is really how you say things.
Amen.
So like there's a way to say that without, diminishing those who really are trying their best, who are getting it out the mud and not trying to make that attractive, but it's just the hand they were dealt. So yeah, I mean, I don't, because what was it? He was just kind of like, I don't know why people hate, and I'm like, I don't think anybody hates you.
They do.
But I
agree with that.
Yeah, I will say this for me. I mean, I get when there was a middle class. I know they talk about the shrinking middle class.
Right,
I consider myself just middle class, or middle working class. And this was for a long period of time. My mom was just a single mom, but similar to you, I didn't have, if there was a lack or something, I was not aware of it. But always, and especially being the youngest, I got whatever I wanted, all of that. House, lay your head, just all that stuff. I don't consider myself suburban, but I'm kind of in the middle. The strangest thing to me, I'm more of a sheltered kid. I was very sheltered, which people who know me know that. So the older I've gotten, those are things I'm fighting against some of that. But I remember even in college, like having a roommate, people would call our room and everybody thought I was white. And I'm like, no, this is how I talk. Like, I'm not even like, because I can do like that. But and even if I, what I mean? If I did talk like that, no, that's just how I talk. You know what I mean? Like, even stuff like that for me, I do remember that growing up. It was like, oh, you sound like a white girl. Why can't I just sound like Faith? I just sound like Faith.
I fully understand where he was coming from. You had the benefit of being in a chocolate city.
Okay, that's fair.
You were in Detroit. Yeah. So I'm not from Detroit, but I would assume Detroit has the gamut of African-American people because there's a large African-American population.
Absolutely.
I'm from Louisville, Kentucky.
You are. Rep your set.
All day 502, all day.
Okay.
But,
okay.
I fully remember being different. And I hate to say it that way, but that's really how I felt. And I talked to my mom about this, so she's not going to be shocked and appalled when she hears this, because I appreciate the things that they did for me.
Right.
I appreciate the fact that they sacrificed into Catholic school because it was not cheap. I appreciate the fact that they, were able to drive me to X, Y, and Z activity I did. Yeah. I appreciate the first car that I ever drove was a Mercedes. I took my driver's license in a Mercedes. Like, that's my reality. The flip side of that, though, is too that I spend all day with white people. Right. As the only African American in my class, the first Black cheerleader at my K through 8th grade school. Which my kids like, you think you Rosa Parks, don't you? No, I don't. But it's kids be joning you. But
Yes.
it took me a long time to feel comfortable in my own skin. But did not have a place where I fit in.
Okay.
You know, I don't fit in at school because I'm other. I'm
Yeah.
Black.
Yeah.
I don't fit in even with my cousins because their reality was very different.
Okay.
And so then there's just me by myself. And it took a very, very long time for me to be comfortable as me.
Okay.
You know, to not feel like I have to be a chameleon depending on where I am.
Right. Right.
That's the main reason, one of the main reasons that my children are Baptist. It's not that I mean, I believe there's the beauty of Catholicism and some of the things, some of the practices. I like the ornateness of Catholic Church. But I didn't want my kids to have that duality. I grew up going to Catholic Church and Baptist Church alternating weekends, which means I don't fit in either one. And so I wanted them to have a firm footing on the world. And so, you know, I also raised them in diverse schools, you know, and all those things. So I didn't want them to have to deal with that otherness. One of our cousins recently graduated from high school. Hello, Joshua. Yeah. And he attended a private school here. And all of his African-American classmates that he had a party with are attending HBCUs. Now, their school is more diverse than what my school education was, but the fact that they all chose HBCUs to me says something. It says that there's something they're craving and they're missing, they're not getting in that environment, and they're going to want it. Like, I knew I wanted an HBCU.
Okay.
I wanted to be Freddie Brooks and Whitney Gilbert, you know.
Yes, you did. Yes.
I did. And I became all the above. So it worked out well. But I can see that. And I was like, there's a very interesting cultural study on that, you know, that for those that did not attend an HBCU, or those that go to a Black female beauty shop or a barber shop, there is something sacred about those spaces where you can just be you without any pretense. Where you can lay down all the external vision trying to conform to other spaces.
Right.
It's just magical, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. And so, you know, it's very interesting to see. But that duality is hard.
I can imagine. I had, well, my thing when I moved here was my first time going to school that I was aware of with people that lived in the projects. So for me, how some of them girls, and I remember it, how they treated me, I wouldn't call it, they didn't bully me. They were just, maybe they did, I don't know. But
you were sheltered oblivious.
I mean, but like just how they was, or the things they would say, or just, even then I was 12, but even I was aware just in my thinking, and I knew some things, and and I was just like, I can't relate to you, and you can't really relate to me, right? So they weren't, I didn't really become friends with them. I'll admit, I became friends with the white girls, some of them, you know what I mean? This was 7th grade, but I love the fact that I went to an arts high school, because I love weirdos to this day. And I say that in a positive, I just do, because we are all weird. I don't like, I love creative arts, performing arts, like all of that. I'd like to think really helped me with my transition here. But like 7th, 8th grade was a little rough, because it's like, I'm not hood. Nothing wrong with the hood, but I don't know that. I just can't help you there. So but I get you.
So my baby girl attended the same high school that Faith did. And what she says about the weirdos is true.
What weirdos?
I call her friends the island of misfit toys.
No, you won't.
I do. And here's what I liked about it. They're all as much as I make fun of her, right? Because it's just funny. My mother supposed to make fun of her,
Mhm.
but they're all different and they're all very accepting of each other. And that's all you want. You want your kid to have a circle of friends that, leads them in the right direction and is there for them. And that's what she's found in this island of misfit toys. So I appreciate it.
I like
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. We gotta move on to the next one. We're gonna end
Oh,
that
yes.
there. That was good. No, I like that.
Girl,
Okay.
it's yours.
Viral videos. And hopefully we can edit this in somehow. We'll talk.
Because I'm the editor.
So there's a video of what appears initially to be a couple, because I don't want to steal Neysa's thunder, but they appear to be together. It's a young Black man and Black woman walking down a sidewalk. And the video, I'm guessing, comes from like a business because it looks like a city sidewalk.
Yeah.
They're walking, and they're walking towards a group of 4 people, right? 3
males, 1 girl.
1 girl. The girl had like the blonde wig.
Mm-hmm.
So as they're walking, one of the guys in the group of 4 cuts between the 2 and like grabs at the girl, like grabs her, like trying to touch her, like what's good.
Her waist and her arm.
Her waist and her arm. She moves her, she does her arm like get off me type of movement. And they just keep walking and they walk out of frame. So the question posed online was to the men. It was where I saw it. It was like, what would you do if this were you?
What would you do, Faye?
Well, when I did, first of all, being raised a certain way, there's a certain level of respect that I demand. So whoever I am with knows, one, to walk on the outside. I'm never near the street. I can at least say that. I will always be on the inside. And then whether he's saying something or I'm saying something, we're moving as a unit. So there's no way anybody is going to be allowed to just walk through as male or female. We're gonna be like, come on, babe, come on over here. We're gonna move to the right. We move to the left. We're moving as one to let these people come by us. That's really those are my thoughts. It's not a huge argument, but if you're in sync, if y'all are really together, we'll go there. But with you, that wouldn't have happened. So yeah, what say you?
I saw the video and my initial thoughts are, that's not her man. And maybe this is from my own point of view, my own personal experience. I have never been in a relationship or a situationship where the person I'm with will let somebody walk between he and I, ever. Right. Yeah. It's like ludicrous for me to even think about. Seriously, the last show I was in, I'm thinking, that ain't gonna work.
No, it's not.
It's not gonna work. And that's why I don't think that that's her man. I think that that's little cousin. Also, look at the outfit. She has on heels and a dress. Mm-hmm. He has on some tennis shoes and some shorts. They're not even dressed equally for the day. So I'm just like, that's not her man, And for this guy, who she does not know apparently, to walk up between them and touch her, first of all, don't touch my person.
Right.
But if a dude were to come that way, there'd be a problem if somebody did that. I mean, there just would. We would move, like you said, as a unit. Yeah. I even posed if the situation were reversed and a woman came between us, that wouldn't happen either. If a woman's trying to bring between me and my date or my person, then it's immediate, hey, babe, come over here so she can get by. It's not you're going to walk between me and the guy that I'm with. That's not going to happen. Yeah. Yeah. It's unfathomable, honestly. I can't wrap my mind around it all the way because I'm just like, that would never happen in my world.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, to be clear, I typically don't date slight people though. I don't date tiny people. And I just don't. So I don't. So I don't really have those problems.
Ain't gonna get through nobody.
You really ain't. You're really not. So
yeah, I'm with you. I just don't think it would happen with us. I know never say never, but again, it just would, like, because I saw people like, oh, it'd be on site. No, we wouldn't even get to fighting because I would just move like I'm old, like I'm okay, come on. Well, it just wouldn't happen, like you said. Like it's not.
I also don't think people would play about me. Like that's like
Exactly, yeah.
safety and security are my number one
Yeah.
thing. So I don't think people play about me.
There's yeah.
Yeah.
If
So
if they were together, there would be even like a reach out to kind of guide her.
and the fact that he touched her and they were able to keep walking.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
they didn't even turn around. And so I
right.
think they might not really be there. They might not be together. Because you would at least get, if you didn't feel like, if you didn't feel like you couldn't take them or whatever, you would at least give up your body language would be like, she gave more body language than the dude did. Dude was
Right. Exactly.
yeah.
Let me say this. I've been at the club before with my husband.
Mhm.
And if I'm at the bar, you don't know who's with somebody all the time,
Right.
because we're all at the bar just having conversation and drinks, whatever else.
Yeah.
And number one, I hate going to packed clubs because of this reason, because some dudes are nasty and borderline sexual assault and will try to walk past you
Mhm.
like this,
Yeah. Yep.
which doesn't fly well with me because I'm a little mouthy sometimes. And that doesn't work for me. But the minute I say, what the F, or what's going on, like whoever I'm with, and no time with my husband was like, what's wrong? And then dude realizes like, oh, she with somebody, my bad. Now, I would prefer if you protect my personhood in general, just because I'm a human being. I didn't ask you to put your penis on my back. So like, don't touch me because I don't know you.
Right.
However, if you cannot respect my personhood, I do appreciate the fact you respect my husband and you realize that, oh, I shouldn't touch her because this might go bad for me,
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I shouldn't require that level of protection. You shouldn't just touch me, but
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair. So
I don't like that.
well,
I
so is it a turn on when they like protect you?
I mean, you go get some cookies.
Segue.
I shall bake you some cookies.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So this one I definitely have to attribute.
Come on, Memphis.
Well, I'm gonna get to the Memphis, but I want to do okay, we're gonna do the turn on. That's the setup. What turns you on, right?
But you gotta talk about Memphis, but you talk about what turns you on.
Well, I need to say it so then I can say what the turn on is.
Come on, just do you.
So I listen. So I was scrolling the interwebs and I came across there's no T in across. Across.
You drinking too?
No, I'm not. This post from R29 Unbothered. So it said, what is your most unusual turn on? Now I don't know that mine is unusual and weird. That's kind of the setup and we'll come exactly right back to that. This isn't an unusual turn on, but it is a turn on of mine. So in the great state of Memphis, because Memphians call it a state, but in the great state of Memphis,
the bluff.
Recently, it was a car and the girl was twerking on the car. I just don't even know how to say it. Like they driving down the strip, there's people lining the street, people out. It's hot, it's summertime, a lot of booty shorts, whatever. If you ever been to Memphis, Memphis hot is like no other hot. So, so the girl is on the hood of the car, just bouncing that ass, just going. And it had happened. There's other videos.
Her ass is out.
Her ass is out. Right.
Her ass is out. Yeah. Don't like bouncing ass in pants. Her ass is out. Yeah.
It's out.
You put a jump on the ass.
So you see this cop who does some like SWAT tactical maneuver where he slides across the hood but grabs her with one arm, pulls her off the hood of the car, and then his partner is on the side trying to get them to stop and like whatever. The way he pulled her off the hood of the car.
Oh, your voice changed.
I got hot. I got hot. And I know people was it did. I was like, oh my God, that is so sexy. I know people were outraged. I don't care. I'm not people. I thought it was sexy. I was like, please snatch me next.
So you want to be Megan and Party? He tossed you around a little bit.
Yeah, yes. Not a stranger, though. Let me be very clear.
Okay.
Someone who there's a mutual interest.
A consensual relationship.
Exactly. Not just a random, don't come up to me outside because I do have hands and I will throw them. But
got it. She got hands. Come on. What's his name? Toby. Try Jesus. Not me.
Not me. But this video definitely made me feel away. And it was not the way of, oh, they shouldn't have done that. It was, I got next. I can't talk.
She is truly flustered. And y'all say, I'm the bad one. I'm not the bad one.
God was so sexy. I'm sorry. Neysa, you saw, I just thought, and it helped that he, at least from the side, he looked kind of attractive. He was thick. Like,
he was attractive.
I'm like, oh, great.
I saw the same video. Those were not my thoughts.
Okay. What were your thoughts, Neysa?
I just didn't think it was sexy. I think it was, comical that this child was twerking on this car and she got snatched up. More importantly for that video was the passenger who got out and blended in with the crowd.
Absolutely.
I ain't going to jail today. I was like,
not today.
She smoothed out the car and blended in with the crowd. And then watched her friend get arrested. I'm like, well, damn.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
What was the answer to the question?
What is your most unusual turn?
I don't think it's unusual.
There we go.
But I don't think anybody thinks what they do is unusual.
Exactly.
People who BDSM don't think it's unusual. People who are furries don't think that's unusual. It's just what they like. So,
Neysa, what do you like? Okay. Oh gosh. Oh, the smile. Lord have mercy. Okay.
Well, I can't be pleasant. I can't smile.
I know it's behind my eyes. Let me say this before you have the floor.
Okay.
So the question was asked, and there was like a GIF that followed it of Trevante Rhodes with his partner. For those who don't know, he was in Moonlight. But it's him like driving an old school car with one hand and he's turning the wheel. And some people find that to be very attractive and a turn on. So that was the example they gave to kind of give you more context. Go for it.
I like subtle things.
Okay.
So I as lewd as I can be, I like subtle things. I like riding the hand on the thigh. I like riding in the car in the hand on the thigh. Let me clarify. I had to be specific.
Yes.
I like when dudes are, now mind you, I don't date little dudes. So, because I'm 6 foot, so every dude I date gotta be 6'3". So, am I not 6 foot? And every dude I date is 6'3".
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, I'm 6 foot. But in real life, every dude I date is 6'3".
Yeah, that part is true.
That part is true. So, I like men who come up behind you and just wrap their arms around you. Yeah. So, funny thing, did you watch Luther with Idris?
No, I never watched it.
So, I personally don't like British Idris.
You don't.
I like American accent Idris. Something about the British accent to me reads soft. Nothing against the British babes out there in the world, but something about that British accent to me registers as soft.
Mm-hmm.
If you know, Idris was on this show. It was about a policeman, and he is a detective, and it's called Luther. And in the show, I'm trying to watch it because it's Idris, right? Who don't want to watch Idris? I'm trying to watch it, but I can't get past this accent really. Come like, this nigga's off. However, there's a scene where he's divorcing from his wife and they're having that last hurrah before they declare it over.
Mm.
And it's against the wall and it's super aggressive. And I'm like, oh, I like this accent now. Like, oh, okay, I see it. Like, hello, Idris is back. Like, I was like, okay, I get it now.
Okay.
But let me say this: there's a fine line between domestic violence and consent, all those things. You know, you got to know your partner, know what you're doing in the movie.
Yep.
So I'm not condoning domestic violence. I'm not condoning, you know, doing things without consent. You should, like I said, get all the commands. But when he grabbed her by the throat, I was like,
yeah. See? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What? I got next.
Yes. It was very, very sexy. So I could finish watching the series because now I don't think he's soft anymore. I'm like, oh, come on, Luther. Yeah. I like Idris from The Wire.
You like Stringer Bell.
I love Stringer Bell.
Your voice changed.
Like when he was no longer on the show, I had a crisis of faith. Like, do I keep watching this?
Oh my God.
Like, what's my reason for watching?
Yes.
No, like it's great writing. It's an amazing show, but
yeah,
Stringer go.
Stringer. There you go.
Same thing with Jamie on Power. Is it Jamie?
Oh, Ghost.
No, I don't like him.
You don't like Ghost?
I like Omari Hardwick in real life. I think
Right.
he's attractive in the Melanie Fiona video. I like the angels on the shoulders. Very, very nice. He has great back muscles.
Jamie is Ghost, though. Go
Jamie's
ahead.
Ghost?
Yes.
I don't want him. What was his little friend who was Puerto Rican in season 1?
Why
He's
can't
also
I-
on the show Manifest, but he's not Puerto Rican on Manifest. And I don't like him on Manifest.
Puerto Rico. I can't remember. I've
I'll
seen
look him up. Hold on.
Let's
Pause.
go.
Pause. That's what the Google's for. Yes.
Power season 1. I just know Tommy.
No, I don't like him.
I know. I love him though. You want the cast.
I'm pulling it up. He played Julio.
Who the hell is Julio?
J.R. Ramirez.
You will remember some character that's not like
Let me tell you about Julio.
principal.
Julio had a tattoo on the neck right here. And I was like, I love him so. I love him so.
You know, that's fair. This is your turn on. That's
It
That's
is.
like your unusual turn on.
I like tattoos. I like art.
That's it.
It's like, it was Dwight Howard, I think. My mom and her friends were talking about Dwight Howard and how he has tattoos down his arm, and they didn't really like it. And I was like, I would read that shit like it's Braille.
God.
Are you sleepy? Am I boring you? Are you not amused?
Like a laugh and I am. It is approaching my bedtime, but you're good. Okay, that's good. You're right. Those aren't really unusual, but it's just that's something that you like.
Mhm.
Those are things you like, which is good.
Everybody has a thing.
I like a good amount of aggression because according to one of my dear friends, I'm a square. So
That makes sense. I can see that.
right? Like the whole opposite, like I do. And I mean, everybody knows if you're from New York,
You
I'm
got on a vest
happy to hear
from
what
Tim's,
you're
and you
saying.
call her Ma,
Oh my God.
you winning. Let me just look. If you're looking for faith, that's the cheat code to Faith's heart.
You have to really be from one of the
Yes.
5 boroughs, though.
New York or Philly. You can call her
Yeah.
John too. I'm
I
sure.
do.
See,
Oh,
I know you.
Jones.
I know you.
Yes.
You wear some Tim's. Ride up with some Nas playing.
Oh God.
She coming. It's a yes.
Yeah.
Green lights the whole way. She coming.
I will definitely talk to you. Yeah. Yeah. But it's really ma. We'll start with the ma. If you ma me,
I know.
ooh.
I know you.
Mm,
It's
that's
ridiculous.
all.
Can you do me?
What you just described you. They gotta be
Oh yeah.
tall and
That's no
thick,
secret.
tattooed, very much manly. You did that?
Broad shoulders.
Broad shoulders, yes. It
Speak-
helps you though if they are smart.
Oh yeah.
Intellect is very sexy to you.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you, yes. Can you all have like healthy debates?
Can you banter with me?
Can you, yeah, that's definitely you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You listen, fellas, if you are a doormat, do not apply. Cause this one right
Please
here,
don't.
she's on it, and you need to be too.
If you want to be on me.
If
Yes.
you,
So, okay. Hold on.
Okay.
In Nashville, I
Yeah.
just found this out this morning. Now look, for the
Ooh.
listeners,
Okay.
don't be over there before I get there. Okay, focus. There is a basketball league for dudes over 250 at Hadley Park, and they play on Sunday. It's called the Fat Boy Basketball League. Now, I typically like dudes who are 6'3" or above, who are, wide shoulders, normally above 250 in the gym. That's just what I like.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm 6'1". And so I was like, there's a whole basketball league of them. Like, I text my friends, I said, I'm going to go and find my winter weighted blanket at this gym because cuffing season is going to be upon us. It's summertime now.
Yeah, you don't do it now though. You're in the street now.
But cuffing season coming. So I said, well, I should be a cheerleader in August. I'm gonna put my deposit in. I'll be a cheerleader for the league in August. So I can pick the one that I want. By September, I'm be together.
Okay.
Together. By October, by the first leaf falling of the fall.
I'm gonna
I'll be in there.
document this. I need to document it.
When my cuffing season, watch me.
I believe you. I'm proud of you. That's good. Yeah, I need to come document this.
I had a whole plan. I'm like, there's a plethora in the playground of dudes that I like. Look at man up from heaven. Come on, Lord. I'm living right. I'm living right.
I hope that conversation is on point.
Please, Jesus. Come on now. Please, Jesus. It's jacked up when my dating profile says that if your freedom is rooted in my oppression, you shouldn't talk to me.
That's real.
Which is true.
That's real.
It turns off a lot of people. They're like, this chick right here. And I'm like,
yeah, basically. Keep it pushing.
Right. If that sentence alone annoys you, we ain't gonna get along. So.
We're not. Oh my God, Neysa, you're hilarious.
Okay, what's our to go?
Okay, so I had it. Oh, here we go. Hold
What
on.
you looking for?
My cards. They come in handy.
Come on, cards.
My hold on, I've shown them to you. My F it up, sis.
Okay.
They're called affirmation. I know I'm blurry. Okay.
You are blurry.
Do you want that one? Oh, this is good.
I want to do my go off. My go off is pimp hard.
This
Pimp
was
hard.
go, and you called it go off. What you drink? Exactly. That's not even a go off.
Half my bottle gone.
Okay. Him. Ladies, ready?
Ready. Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't be this fly, but I can't help it. I was born this way. Hell.
I wasn't. These are new bundles, but they.
You know what? Oh, okay. What about this one? Okay, one more. We like more. Ready?
Okay, let's go.
These hips, these lips, this thick. All of it. I am that sis.
Come on, cue the candy outtake.
I know. Buddy. You are all of that, sis. Remember that. All of y'all listening, you are all that.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay. My bottle of wine is half done. I'm gonna drink some water. You guys have an amazing night and or day, whatever you listen to this.
Thanks for listening.
And remember, the art to go is pimp hard, pimp harder.
That's not it. Go. That's not it. Follow us on Spotify, iTunes. We're on YouTube. What?
Yes.
Neysa keeps rolling her neck at me, yo.
I don't.
She got these bundles and she thinks she grown.
Come on, you with their hair. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Shout out to the bundles.
Absolutely. Okay, y'all take it easy. Be safe.
Yes.
Find joy. Follow us, share, comment, like, engage. We don't bite unless you want us to. So with that.
That's her kink. She talking about, see, look. Kink
And
number.
you say mine. Hey, yo, what's up, mom?
And hit slide in her DMs, please. You from New York. Philly.
Legit. Not
Where
no
is it?
fake New York. You live there
No,
for
no,
two.
no, no.
So you have
You've been in New York. And don't, not that you was in New York till you was 5, you moved to Atlanta.
Right.
Don't count. If you in New York, Jersey, Philly, you got some Timbs, ain't creased. Slide her DMs. They open.
That's
How's
fair.
your girl. Oh, I'm sliding mine. I'll make the connect. I'll bet you. It's not a problem. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Follow us. Love y'all. Mwah.